See Zacchaeus? That is Zacchaeus the leper. He lived in a sepulchre for 10 years. Now that he is cured, he has bought the furnishings for his house, which was emptied according to the law when he and his relatives were declared lepers. Call him. Zacchaeus comes. Were you a leper? I was, and so were my wife and my 2 children. My wife was the first to be infected, and we did not notice it at once. The children became infected sleeping with their mother, and I, when I approached my wife. We were all lepers. When it was found out, they sent us away from the village. They could have left us in our house, as it was the last one at the end of the street. We would not have caused any trouble. I had already grown a very high hedge, so that we might not even be seen. It was already a sepulchre, but it was our home. They sent us away, away, away. No town wanted us, and quite rightly. Not even our own town had wanted us. We stayed near Jerusalem in an empty sepulchre. Many poor wretches are there, but the children died in the cold of the cave. The disease, cold and starvation soon killed them. There were 2 boys. They were beautiful before the disease. They were strong and beautiful, dark brown like 2 blackberries in August, curly and lively. They had become 2 skeletons covered with sores. They had no hair left. Their eyes were sealed with scabs. Their feet and hands were falling off in white scales. I watched the bodies of my children waste away. They no longer looked like human beings the morning they died. One after the other, within a few hours. I buried them under a little earth and many stones, like the carrion of animals, while their mother screamed. A few months later, their mother died, and I was left alone. I was waiting to die, and no one would dig a hole to bury me. I was almost blind when one day the Nazarene passed by. From my sepulchre I shouted, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." A beggar, who was not afraid to bring me his bread, had told me that he had been cured of his blindness by shouting that invocation, and he said, "He did not only give me the sight of my eyes, but also of my soul. I saw that he is the Son of God, and I see everyone through him. That is why, brother, I do not shun you, but I bring you bread and faith. Go to the Christ, so that one more soul may bless him." I could not go. My feet, ulcerated to the bone, would not let me walk. In any case, I would have been stoned if they saw me. I waited carefully for him to pass. He often passed by, coming to Jerusalem. One day I saw, as far as I could see, a cloud of dust on the road, and many people, and I heard shouts. I dragged myself to the brow of the hill, where the sepulchral caves were, and when I thought I could see a bare, fair-headed head shine among other covered ones, I shouted aloud, at the top of my voice. I shouted 3 times, until my voice reached him. He turned round. He stopped. Then he came towards me, all alone. He came right under the spot where I was, and he looked at me. He was handsome, kind, with a voice, a smile. He asked, "What do you want me to do for you?" "I want to be cleansed." "Do you believe that I can?" "Why?" he asked me. "Because you are the Son of God." "Do you believe that?" "I believe it," I replied. "I see the Most High flash in his glory above your head. Son of God, have mercy on me." He then stretched out a hand, and his face was ablaze. His eyes seemed 2 blue suns, and he said, "I want it. Be cleansed." And he blessed me with a smile. Ah, what a smile! I perceived a strength enter me, like a sword of fire which ran searching for my heart. It ran through my veins. My heart, which was so diseased, became as it was when I was 20 years old, and the ice-cold blood became warm and fast-flowing in my veins. No more pains, no more weakness, and a joy. What a joy! He was looking at me. With his smile he made me blissful. He then said, "Go, show yourself to the priests. Your faith has saved you." I then realized that I'd been cured, and I looked at my hands and legs. There were no more sores. There was fresh rosy flesh where previously the bone was uncovered. I ran to a little stream, and I looked at myself. My face also was clean. I was clean. Clean after being loathsome for 10 years. Oh, why did he not pass by before? When my wife and children were alive, he would have cured us. Now, see, I'm buying things for my house, but I am all alone. Have you not seen him anymore? No, but I know that he is in the area, and that is why I have come. I would like to bless him once again, and be blessed by him, to have strength in my solitude. Zacchaeus lowers his head and is silent.